Here to review the Gotrax GXL V2. Hi, I'm here to do a review of my Gotrax GXL V2 electric scooter. It's been about 8 months and a couple weeks of ownership, and I love it. I'll go over some of the likes and dislikes and some things that we've had to repair, but nothing major. And the top speed on this one is, I've gotten pretty much what's been mentioned online, about 15.5 miles per hour, and that's mostly on flat surfaces, flat smooth surfaces, and that's with, I guess, ideal temperatures being, warm, maybe between 60 degrees to I don't know, anything hotter than that, up to 90 degrees. It gets a pretty good range. I mainly use it for just kind of traveling between where I park for work in a parking garage and to my work job site. So roughly about half a mile each direction, and it's all on the streets, the city roads. But in the colder months, the battery does go down quicker, as would any kind of battery powered device or mobility device. Colder weather is going to mean a quicker battery drain, but I've never run out of juice on it. And so the charging has been pretty great. Actually, it's been very fast, and just charging at home on a basic 120 volt outlet. I just plug it in the garage, really, but this little box here lets you know that it has power coming to it, and then I just open up this little rubber cover and plug it in here into that port. And then if you look on the box, the power box has a red light now, just meaning that it's charging. And once it's got a full charge, that light will turn green, and you got a full charge when you know the green light's there. So that's pretty easy, and like I say, it doesn't take long at all to charge. I would say when I've run it down to the lowest state of charge, maybe about 1 bar on the display here, it charges maybe back to full within definitely 2 hours. Probably faster than that. I just haven't had an exact timer when I've monitored when it's finished charging. But charge has been great, and again, I like not just the speed. It's not too fast, it's not too slow. The throttle right here, and the on-off button right here is the red button, and you hit it again, it turns on the light. The LED light has been good, pretty bright, I would say, and has a little bell, which is nice. The brake here it's a good brake. It's not perhaps as responsive as some bicycle cable brakes might be. What I mean is, it may not be as tight as some bicycle brakes, for example. And you don't want it too tight, because when you let off the throttle, it does coast, and the brake is a nice soft brake. It's not a hard, abrupt brake, because then it'll lurch you forward, and you don't want to lose your balance and possibly fall off or hit something, and yeah, get injured. So I guess there's a reason why it's not too hard of a brake, but it works. It's fine. I've had to do some hard braking, like in traffic, and I've stopped in plenty of time. It hasn't really been an issue. You can always put your foot down and stop with that too. So the kickstand has worked great. It's been strong. It hasn't gotten really weak at all over the 8 months that I've had. It releases and holds very well. And basically, it took me a little while to get used to how to collapse the top and fold it up. But you pull this first. It doesn't fold down yet, but you got to hold this and then pull this red pin here, and that's what releases it. And it clicks and locks back in place. So you pull this first, and then pull the pin, and it folds down. And I do this when I load it in the car all the time. And there is a click in the back here. You can see it holds it really good. I've had to set this plastic piece. It comes with it, of course, and it's held in by two Allen head screws on the back to this wheel cover plate. But it holds very well. As you can see, I'm holding it in the air, and I can even wiggle it around and it doesn't release. But you do have to set this piece exactly where you like it. It does go forward and back along this this black plastic cover, but you have to set those screws where you like it. And it took me a while to get used to the feel of how it releases. You push down on this black wheel cover and pull up. And see, sometimes it gives me a little hard time, but I'd rather it hold pretty firm than be too loose. And I don't want to, see, I like that I can pick it up with one hand. See, it holds it. I set it to where I can carry it with one hand easily, put it down, and it balances by itself really easily. And I can pick it up with one hand and carry it. And it's comfortable. It's easy to load and unload. There it is. You just release. It'll click. It's locked. You push down here and pull up on the battery, and it releases. It clicks in place, and you know it's locked in, ready to go. I have had, in terms of repairs or maintenance kind of thing, any malfunctions, I have had this control bar, which goes to about right here. Inside here, there's a couple of pins that lock into place into the battery shaft unit. So this control arm bar, I've had to replace once, but that's because I think maybe it got a little too wet. Perhaps in the rain, riding in the rain too frequently than I should have been is what caused some hiccups with the power. What was happening was I would be riding along as usual with the throttle down, and it would kind of intermittently lose power and slow down and then speed up and slow down and speed up and be kind of erratic. And when I would start from a dead stop and push the throttle down, it would kind of have like a hiccup kind of response, and it wouldn't get up to the top speed of 15 miles an hour. It would only maybe go up to 9 or 10, which is noticeably different. But the great thing, Gotrax customer support was fabulous. So props to the customer support team. I emailed or messaged them through the website and told them what was happening, and they said just send them the old unit, the old control unit here, and they would send me a new one. So that's what I did. And the new unit is on here now, and it's been working fine. And I just like to cover it with a plastic bag if I know I'm going to be riding in the rain, just because I don't want to have to go through that again. And maybe somebody makes covers for these in the rain. I don't know, but I just use a plastic bag. So, and then this rear wheel had gone flat once, but I don't know why. I looked for punctures. There was no puncture marks. There weren't any holes that I could see, or any nails, or any sharp objects that I had picked up in the tire. But for some reason it had gone down, and the front wheel was fine. I didn't notice any difference in air pressure. So I just pumped it back up. It just has basic bicycle style. There you can see right there, the air plug, and I just pumped it up with my air compressor, and maybe it was about 35 psi, and it's held for months. So tires are good. Haven't had to replace the tires, and I ride it, like I say, about 5 days a week, every week, with work. So I put some good mileage on it, and front tire hasn't been an issue. The motor's in the front tire. That's where the power, you can feel it coming from the front. And again, that's probably to prevent from skidding or spinning out, fishtailing if the motor was in the back. So it's been good response. So basically, I recommend it highly. It served me well, and if you're in a situation like me as a commuter, or if you're a college student and you don't want to rent a Lime or other brand scooters out there, I would say go ahead and invest. You know, it's worth it, definitely. And I wish I had gotten it earlier. I've seen several of these around city and close by where I work. Other people have owned theirs, and I haven't heard of any problems from them about their ownership. So I hope this helps. Feel free to like and subscribe. This is my wife's channel. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and we'll do our best to reply back with the experience that I've got. So happy riding. Take care.